What's up, everybody? Just got the G7x Mark II. Just wanted to give you a quick review of it. So I also just got this electric skateboard. It's called the Unique Ego. I'll do another review in another video about it, but this review is going to be strictly about the G7x. So right now I'm shooting like right on somebody's fence and just riding this thing around and seeing what it can do. Also wanted to test out like the autofocus and stuff on this bad boy. So I'm gonna do a couple of different tests: zoom, autofocus, stabilization tests. So I guess right now I'm gonna take it off this fence and we can do a quick stabilization test, because I'm gonna, well, first, well, somebody's coming, so I'm just gonna ride the board so you'll be able to see. You'll be able to see how smooth it is while I'm riding on a bumpy road. Let's see if I can adjust this a little bit. A little dark. Yeah, there we go. There's the first feature. I'm recording myself with the sun directly behind me. So that's not a very ideal situation, but I was able to bump up the exposure and on the little exposure dial, and it looks a lot better. It might be a little bit of a pain to hear me over the board, but I'm gonna see. It's kind of just a real world test of the microphone. I do have one of those camera mic MUFF things on it, the little hairy little things that make it look like your camera has a mohawk. I have that on the over the microphone, so hopefully any of the wind noise gets knocked out by that. Hey yo. Anyway, this thing gets pretty quick. It's not as fast as a boosted board, but pretty fast. The only thing you have to worry about is traffic. And right now it's about 5:18, so the traffic is, you know, not ideal. But this is perfect because I'm going in and out of better and worse lighting conditions. So you should be able to see how this camera treats it and how good everything looks. And right now I'm just in auto mode, so no manual stuff. This is a pretty good place, I feel like, to do a jogging test. So stabilization test, I'm gonna walk. So let's see, this is me just walking. I don't know if it shows any of the motion. If it doesn't, that's good. Leaving the board behind, but anyway, all right, so here's jogging, you know, judge it, and then here's running. I'm running pretty hard, so if it's stable, that's awesome. All right, so that is running. Awesome out today. Oh yeah, this house is awesome. It's more like a complex or something. It is pretty big. Crazy, right? This should give you a pretty good idea. Here, let me get these clouds. Adjust the brightness a little bit. Keep it down. can actually see some of the clouds more through the camera because I've got the brightness down, but yeah. So there you go, there's the exposure control right there. There's bumping it way up. There's bumping it all the way down. So it gets pretty dark and it is completely bright outside. So awesome for capturing clouds and stuff like that. Just comes right back to you with the remote. Okay. Let's head back. Man, the wind feels good. Oh, this should be, I forgot how awesome of a test this should be. I can hear the wind in my ears, how windy it is, so it should be a really good test for this wind filter to see how much wind noise there actually is. Another thing is, I have the wind filter setting on the camera off. So, I don't know, I heard that makes the autofocus clicking sound a little louder if you have it on, but maybe not for outside. But I just wanted to, you know, just wanted to try it out. Now I'm heading more towards civilization, getting closer in, where people look at you weird for having a camera on yourself. But you know, that's the cool thing, that's the funny part about this vlog thing. I have to get used to it. Some people that you watch on YouTube have like just no embarrassment, no shame at all about it. And I guess that's how I have to be too. So yeah, I live in Nashville, so heading towards Belmont, getting close to the Belmont area. I'll show you. So some good places to eat here. Bike lane. And this coming up is Belmont. It's a pretty cool campus. Now it's time for some speed. Okay, so I'm outside. The sun is completely down. Street lights are on, and there's a little bit of light left in the sky from the sun that's already really set, but this camera is just insane. Like it is pretty dark out here. I mean, you can't even tell when I look down the street like that. It's dark. Here, let me kind of show you how dark. I feel like that's a better representation of how dark it is, but the camera still looks really good and it's still getting a really good picture. So just so you know, I've got the exposure setting at 0, so it's not lightening up the image at all. If I open up the aperture, or if I, you know, there's the highest ISO. Then if I go back down, there we go. That's that. So here's what we're gonna do. To get a real life comparison to what a lot of people use, we're gonna do an iPhone. So in 3, 2, 1, I'm gonna throw up a iPhone real quick. Let me swap hands. Got my iPhone on a selfie stick here. See? We swap hands so the camera will be more lined up here. Okay, so this should give a pretty real world difference between what normal people would be seeing in this camera. So again, I have it's just normal on this camera. I'm gonna try to go in like a darker area just so we can tell the difference. Alright, so let's try this. Let's bump up. Okay, so go even more. Okay, so there is the biggest difference right there. You can tell. There we go. So there's the iPhone, and there's this camera right here. And I feel like it's a big difference. I mean, you might be able to tell from just me walking which one's which, because I can see the iPhone is shaking a little bit and this one isn't. So, I mean, I'm very impressed. I was going over the footage earlier of me on the board, and I was so surprised with the MUFF, the microphone MUFF on that, how well it did the wind noise. Like I said, I didn't have the wind filter on, and I couldn't hear much wind noise. I'll put wind noise at the bottom of the screen when the wind is in, but like even when I'm talking with the wind noise on, you can't, or the wind, you know, when the wind is, you know, in the microphone, it still doesn't detract from me talking. You can still hear it perfectly fine. So that's cool. But yeah, you'll be able to see it in the, or hear it in the footage. But yeah, we'll do another like kind of run test so you can see the difference. And the images, there we go, there's a quick run test. But yeah, so overall this camera is amazing. It focuses awesome. The picture looks really good in my opinion. I mean, look at the difference there. That's crazy. Anyway, so yeah, I would definitely recommend getting the mic MUFF thing. I got mine off Amazon. I'll put the link down in the description, but because there would have been a lot of wind noise, and the wind noise that you could hear while I was doing the skateboard, while I was riding the skateboard, was because I was riding really fast and going straight into creating my own wind, really, you know. But there we go, there's a huge difference right there. You can absolutely see my face, no problem. And this, you can barely see it. So there you have it. There's as much as the camera as I can kind of shoot right now. But if y'all have any ideas of what I should shoot with it, any other ideas of what to capture, so that way you can tell what the camera can do, just put it down in the comments and I'll do it for you. And yeah, I guess that's gonna be it. I'll see you on the next one.